Okay.
Hubert, did you watch the debate?
Yes, I watched it. I was really disappointed in the format of the debate. You can't have a debate with
I
open
agree.
discussion.
I agree.
Yeah, you can't. I think it was. I write it off as they didn't really say anything because it's just like this. If I'm a teacher and I come in the first day of class and I don't establish any rules, or if I don't establish any, then the class is going to do whatever they want. Well, the moderator, I don't think he established, and plus the format was a discussion format. That just don't work. And I think the moderator was a problem, and I think the format was a problem. I don't blame the two candidates for acting the way they acted, because it was kind of like that's all they could do, because there wasn't any moderation in the format. How are you going to moderate an open discussion? And it's just not. What they're going to have to go back to is they're going to have to go back to asking questions, debate, rebuttal, debate, the rebuttal, debate, rebuttal. That's what's going to have to happen. You can't have an open discussion. That just don't work. But I was uh, I was also disappointed in some of the questions that were asked. That's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, there's a lot of questions I would, if I was a reporter, I would have asked, and there wasn't anything. I would have asked some different questions. Let me just say that. So hopefully the next debate I'm not even going to watch, because that's going to be, I mean, if I need sleep, I'm going to watch it. But the vice presidential debate, that's, to me, I'm not even going to watch it. But I'm going to watch the next presidential debate.
I thought it was funny when Trump said no one would show up to Biden's.
That was funny. It was about true too, because if you look at the two, it's just no comparison. But we'll just have to see what happens at the next debate. I hope they won. I hope they have a moderator. I hope they do a green light, red light, amber light, so the candidates will know how much time they have, and forget that open discussion forum. That just don't work.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And I'm going to hit record. Oh, I've already hit record. All right, so let's go with 2.3. And I have no idea if I deleted these or not, but y'all tell me. 2.3, 55/21. We did this one. We already did this one. Next one, 2.3, 59/22. Okay, I don't remember this one. The pattern of higher rates of current alcohol use, binge alcohol use, and heavy alcohol use among full-time college students than among other aged 18 to 22 has remained consistent since 2002. Using data from 2002 to 2008, the equations representing the percents of young adults 18 to 22 who used alcohol are shown below, where X represents the number of years after 2000. Enrolled in college, that was that. Not enrolled in college is right there. Solve this system to determine when the percent of those college equal, so set them equal to each other, or find the intersection point. Okay, so we want to set them equal to each other. We can do that algebraically, or we can use the calculator. So algebraically, we've got y is equal to negative 0.281x plus 19.985, and y, and we're going to say not enrolled, and this is enrolled, negative 0.013 plus 13.588. And remember, X is the number of years since 2000. So there's my two formulas, and I'm going to set them equal to each other. Negative 0.281x plus 19.985 equals negative 0.013x plus 13.588. Where's the largest, where's the smallest bucket? What's smaller, 1 cent or 28 cent? And negative. What would you rather have in the bank? Negative 1 cent or negative 28 cent?
-1.
Okay, so that's your biggest bucket. So this is the smallest bucket. Take it across the river, and that becomes positive 0.281x. Take this across the river, and it becomes negative 13.588. And I'm just going to do this because I don't want to mess up my brain. So negative 0.013 plus 0.281. 0.268. 0.268x is equal to 19.985 minus 13.588. $6.397, and divide that by 0.268. 23.8694. 23.8694. So at about, let's say, years since 2000, so that's going to be 24. So that's 2024. So 2024, we can actually say that, and you got to plug this X back in to get your Y. That's why we're going to do the Y on the calculator. So I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to say Y is equal negative 0.281 X plus 19, plus 19.985 and we're going to put the negative 0.013 X plus 13.588. What in the... Hold on a minute. I thought I was down. Okay, let me type it in again. Negative 0.013 x plus 13.588. And graph. Hold on, I gotta turn my second stat plot, turn that off. And I'm gonna do a zoom standard. Okay, I'm gonna do zoom fit. There's one. There's the other. So I'm going to go over here and hit zoom out. And I'm going to just move over down a little bit and over to the right. Hit enter. And there is my intersection. So now I hit second, trace, intersect, enter, yes, yes, and then my guess will be right in there somewhere. And we get 23.8694, which we got. 23.8694, and then 13.2776. 13.2776, and that's going to be the number of people that, or whatever, I don't know what it says. I'm looking to see. Well, it doesn't say what Y is. So pattern of highest rate. So I don't know what the 13, what the units on the 13 is. So anyway, that's the question. Excuse me, I've yawning so much today and I don't know why. 2024. And percent of young adults, that's what it is. So that would be, says round to the nearest whole number. So that's going to be 13%. I like that question. That's a very good question. All right, so I'm going to delete that one. 2.359/22. Okay, we need to go over that one again, or you got it?
I think I may have sent that one, but I got it.
Okay. Okay, Miss Babinow sent that one. Are you good, Miss Babinow? Is that good?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, thank you. That was the same one. All right, this is 2.4, 21/6. 2.4, 21/6. Solve the double inequality. Okay. So 2x plus 6 is greater than 11. And 2x plus 6 is less than 18. Yes, ma'am. Question?
I sent this one in, and I ended up figuring it out. So
That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and do it because since you sent it, there's probably somebody else that has the same question. So I'm going to go ahead and do it, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, -6, -6. 2x is equal to 5. I'm sorry, greater than or equal to 5. And x is greater than or equal to 5 hats. minus 6, 2x less than or equal to 12. And divide by 2, x is less than or equal to 6. Now, whenever you do an inequality, you need to draw a number line. Okay, and the first one, I want to see what this looks like. So this says x is greater than 5 halves. So 5 halves is 2.5. So 1, 2, 3, 2.5 is right there. And the numbers that are greater than 2 halves or 5 halves is that bunch of numbers there. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, now let's graph the other one. X is less than 6. Well, that'd be right here. And those numbers, less than 6, go in this direction. So where is the overlap? Where is the overlap? The overlap is from 5 halves to 6. So your solution set is x such that x is between 5 halves and 6. And that should be your answer. 5 halves and 6. Next question. 2.4, 23, 7. 2.4, 23, 7. Same thing. Let's do this one. See, I told you, Miss Babineau, when you send a question, chances are somebody else sent that same question. Proof is in the pudding. There it is right there. So 4x plus 4 is less than negative 12. 5x minus 1 is greater than 24. So minus 4, 4x is less than negative 16. X is less than negative 4. Oops, I'm sorry. I don't know why. Add 1, 5x is greater than 25. X is greater than 5. I always want to graph. So this is 0, this is 5, and this is 5. Now, x is greater than 5 is going to be an open circle. And these numbers are greater than 5. This says x is less than negative 4. Well, negative 4 is right here. And those numbers that are less than negative 4 are going in this direction. So your answer is going to be negative infinity to negative 4, parentheses, and then from 5 to infinity, parentheses. I don't know what they want, but that's the answer. Hold on a second. Yeah, you don't have an answer because you can't put X between these two because look at your, that's why you have to graph these functions. So you can't put anything between negative 4 and positive 5. You can't do anything down through here. So you end up drawing a bunch of lines that you can't see, and you try to confuse the teacher by drawing those lines. That doesn't work. I tried it when I was a student. Okay, so you don't have a choice, but no solution because they're going in opposite directions. So nothing's overlapping. There is no solution set. The only solution set is negative infinity to negative 4, parenthesis, parenthesis, plus, parenthesis, 5, open circle, close, open circle, and then infinity, and then close parentheses. So there's nothing overlapping, and you don't have the choice that I just gave you. You don't have that choice in the answer, so you have to call it no solution because these two are not it. That's not it, and that's not it, so it has to be no solution. Okay, so I'm going to delete that one. 2.429/8. Write an equation that represents the depreciated value of function years after. Okay, so I don't know if they're going to use 8,005. Let's see. Suppose a business purchased equipment for $8,000 and depreciated over 5 years, the straight line method, reaching its average of 3,000. Well, looks like to me it's pretty linear. I'm going to use this point, 4,004. I'm going to use that point, and I'm going to use this point, or I can use 0 and 8,000 because it just says find an equation. So I'm going to just pick 2 points and find an equation. I'm going to pick 2 easy points, 4 and 4,000. And then 0 and 8,000. I'm going to turn it around because I read from left to right, and 0 to 8,000 comes first. So 0 to 8,000 and 4, 4,000. Okay, so slope is equal to delta y over delta x, which is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Parentheses minus parentheses over parentheses minus parentheses. Y sub 2 is 4,000. Y sub 1 is 8,000. 4 and 0. 4,000 minus 8,000 is negative 4,000 divided by 4, and that's negative 1,000. So now I'm going to take that 1 point, I'm going to take this point, y minus 8,000 equals negative 1,000 times x minus 0. Y is equal to negative 1,000x. And then 1,000 times 0 is 0. Bring that 8,000 over, and you get y is equal to negative 1,000x. And then when you bring that 8,000 over, that becomes positive 8,000. So I get negative 1,000x plus 8,000. Well, I have no idea what they want. Whatever. I'm not going to write it like that because I've never seen it written like that before. We got it right. I would be lenient with you on that. If they're going to ask that kind of crap, I'm not going to put that on the test because that's just, I got the same answer. It's just I didn't put X and I didn't put the, that's ridiculous. You always put the X first. Anyway. Write an inequality using T as a variable that indicates that the depreciation value of the equipment is less than 5,500. I'm trying to figure out what they're wanting you to do here. Write an inequality using T as a variable that indicates that the depreciated value V of the equipment is less than I don't have any idea what they're asking. I don't know what they're asking for. Sorry about this. I'll see what they're doing and then I can put it into words. Write an inequality. Okay. I want you to take that equation that you just got and put an inequality on it and make it. Okay, so that's going to be our equality or whatever. Y is equal to negative 1,000 x plus 8,000. And they want you to make an inequality out of it. And less than, let me get this right. Write an equality using T as the variable, T, sorry. Okay, indicate that the depreciated value of the equipment is less than $5,000. Well, then that would be Y is less than negative 1,000 T plus 8,000. So Y is less than negative 1,000 T plus 8,000. Plus 8,000. And I want you to flip it. Unless I put it in wrong. Oh, I got it in wrong. That's why. So let me put the Y back in there. Okay, there's the way it's supposed to be written. Oh, God. 8,000 minus 1,000t, 8,000 minus 1,000t is less than 5,000. That's my fault there. I messed that one up. So you just put here, you just put 5,000 right here, 5,000, and that's going to be greater than negative 1,000t plus 8,000. They're probably going to ask you to solve it next. Write an inequality that describes the time t, which the appreciated value is at least half of the original value. So that would be half of y, or whatever we've got for the other variable. That would be half of y. Write an inequality that describes the time t during the depreciated value is at least half the original, at least half. So that's going to be 1/2. You're going to put 1/2 in there. This is not a test question. And there's the 1/2 right there. Half of, wait a minute. Oh, up here, I forgot about this. Yes, suppose a business purchased equipment for 8,000. Okay, write an inequality that describes which depreciated value is at least half the original value. The original value is 8,000. I'm sorry. Maybe I took too many pills this morning. All right, so that's that one. Kind of a confusing question, so I can see why you sent it. All right, delete that one. Next one, 35, 2.4, 35, 10. A student has an average exam score between 70 and 79. He will earn a grade of C on his algebra. Okay, the student that has an average exam score of 70 to 79, he will earn a grade of C in his algebra course. Suppose he has 3 exam scores of 75, 64, 82, and his teacher said that the final exam score has twice the weight of the other 3 exams. So that would be like 2x plus 2x. What range of scores on the final exam will result in a grading of C? All right, so less than or equal to or less than. Yeah, less than. And then less than here. And the grade of 70. Student has an average exam score between 70 and 79. Okay, so that's what we got right there. And I'm trying to think if we got 4 test scores or if we got 5 test scores. 1, 2, 3. Seems like to me we got 5 test scores. Let me just see what happens when I do this. 5 times 70 is 350. And 5 times 79, well, 5 times 9 is 45. Bring your 4. 5 times 7 is 39. It'd be 395. Somebody check my math there. What's
Yeah, you're
4
right.
times? Now, the reason I'm kind of iffy about this is I've never seen one that does this. Okay, most of the time they say, what does Johnny need to make on his last grade, on his last test? It never does that 2 times. So I'm hoping this is going to be okay. We're going to add those 3 up. So that's going to be calculator. I'm trying to find my calculator. And my calculator is gone. And that's going to give us 75 plus 64 plus 82. 221. So I'm going to subtract 221 from all the sides, and 350 minus 221 is equal to 129. And 395 minus 221. 174 divided by 2. I'm going to go ahead and divide that side by 2. And I get an 87. $129 divided by 2. 64.5. Now, I'm confident in the algebra, but the only thing I'm not sure of is that 2x. If I did it correctly, then that means that this is the correct answer. But I'm a little bit wishy-washy on if this is 4 grades or 5 grades. Let's see what the answer is.
The way you did it was pretty easy. Like, it was easier than the way the book showed me how to do it.
Well, then I might have not done it right. Let's see, 87. Yep, I did.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that just goes to show you getting your money's worth. Because my way was easier.
Yes, it was.
What did they show you? I mean, did they go around the world?
They did where you put the 350, they put the 70, and then where you put the 395, they put the 79, and then where you put the 75, 64, and 82, they put a 5 under it, like divided by 5 grades.
Huh. Okay. I transitioned these two, and they transitioned this. So 6 of one, half dozen the other. I mean, however you want to do it, that's fine. And this is 350. I'm sorry, not 350. This is 70 times 5. And this is 79 times 5. Just in case somebody forgets. Yeah, I have put that on the test before, but the ones I put on test didn't have that 2x there. Just one test. So you have to count this as 2 tests since it counts twice. You ever have one of those days you just yawn all day? Okay, now this is wrong. Y'all sending me questions, and I'm trying to go over questions. Y'all sending me questions. That's not fair. Y'all suck. All right, 2.4, 35, 10. 2.4, 35, 10. Okay, that's the same one, so I'm gonna kind of skip that one if you don't mind. Who asked that one? Is that okay, Mr.
I don't
Melnick?
mind. Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. So, and that takes care of Miss Babineau. You good?
I'm good, thank you.
Miss Babineau, she sounds like she's in a barrel. Miss Babineau, you're not in a dungeon or anything, are you? She sounds like she's in a dungeon somewhere. All right. Here's one, 2.438/11. A college board is going to screw things up. I'm sorry. A college board reporting exams with the new scale in 2001. With the new scale score y defined as a function of the old scale score x by the equation y is equal to 0.92x plus 126.4187. Okay. Suppose the college requires a new scale score greater than or equal to 1,000 to admit a student. I'm thinking. All right. Suppose the college requires a new scale score greater than or equal to 1,000. Well, that would be y. So 1,000 is equal to blah, blah, blah. To determine what old score values would be equivalent to the new score that will result in admission to complete parts A through B. Write an inequality. Well, to me, that would be 1,000. And they want the score to be greater than or equal to 1,000. So that would be that 0.92x plus 126.4187. So 1,000 is less than or equal to 0.92x plus 126.4187. Solve the equality. Okay. I'm going to solve the equality by taking this across the river. That's going to be 1,000 minus 126.418 and divide that by 0.92. So 1,000 minus 126.4187, 126.4187 equals, divide that by 0.92. 949.5449. You got to make above a 950. I think that's what they're wanting. So that'd be 950. Okay, then I don't know what they're doing unless they turn the sign around. Oh, come on. Okay, I didn't put the x is greater than or equal to 950. I'm sorry. solve the inequality from part A graphically to verify the result, which following graph use the result. Okay, so we got y is equal to 0.92x plus, well, that must be going this way. Because it's a positive slope. That's a negative slope. That's a negative slope. This is a positive slope. I don't know. It looks like this one starts at 0, doesn't it? Okay. No, it starts a little bit, and this one starts a little bit. Okay, so it's either A or D. And now we got to look and see which one. And if that would be, I think D is going to be your answer. Yep.
Wait, what does the red line mean?
Well, I think what they're saying is the red line is 1,000. I think 2, or that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. That 1,000 right here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I like this question, but I think it's a little bit vague. They should have said on this part, they should have interjected that 1,000, because you don't forget about that 1,000 by the time you get to the bottom of the question. So that's all I would say on that one. So that takes care of that one. Okay, 2.435/10. If a student has an average score, okay, we already did this one. I'll do it again. Okay, so 70 is less than or equal to 75 plus 64 plus 83 plus, does it say 2x? Let's see. And that his teacher said the final exam twice, okay, twice the weight. And 79 is, I don't forget what I said it was. 70, okay, we'll do that, 79. And we got to multiply. Okay, we either have to multiply the 70s by 5, or we've got to divide, and I'm going to put this in dash because I'm not doing this. I like to by 5. Okay, either we multiply the 70 and the 79 by 5, or if we don't want to do that, we've got to divide the middle by 5. So I'm going to multiply like I did in the first one. I'm going to multiply the 70 times 5. If somebody would do that, that's 350. And that's going to be, let's see, let's add that up. 75 plus 64 plus 83. 222 plus 2x. And why have I got a parenthesis right there? I don't need a parenthesis right there, but anyway. Plus 2x less than or equal to 79 times 5 is 395. So now I've got to subtract 222. And 350 or 395 minus 222, 173. And 350 minus 222, 128. Divide by 2. 2 will go into 17, what? 8 times? Yeah, 8 times. And that leaves 13. 2 will go into 13 6 times. It's 86 to 87, somewhere in there. So 64 to 86. He needs to make on this last test, on his final exam, he needs to make anywhere from a 64 to an 86. 64 to 86. Okay, I must have not rounded right. 87. Okay, 86.5. Okay, I didn't do the decimal. I'm sorry. I didn't do the decimal with the 173 over 2. Okay. All right, that takes care of the questions. So let's move over to the handy dandy exam. When you pull this exam up, it's going to look like this. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and we're going to talk about some things. So where's assignments? I'm going to click on test, and there she is. And when you click on it, you got 90 minutes. You got the due date right here. You got 90 minutes, and you got 3 attempts. So you can find out all that information just by going on My Labs Plus. Click on it, and it's going to say it again. It's going to say you got 33 questions. It's due on this date, and you're taking the first out of 3. You have 90 minutes to take the test.
Does it tell you which questions you get wrong?
At the end, yes. In other words, it'll tell you now until the due date, it's going to say you got 5 wrong or you got 10 wrong, or it's going to show you, it's going to put an X beside the number that you got wrong or whatever. But it's not going to let you go in and fix it or anything. You may be able to see it after the due date, but it should tell you what number. So that's why when you're doing the math in your notes, you need to keep a good number. It needs to be organized so you can see which numbers you got wrong, because it's just going to put an X beside the number. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to go to the assignment manager. And one more thing, your homework, since I've decided to do the test, the homework is dated also now. Okay, so I'm going to go down to Instructor Tools, Assignment Manager, and I'm going to review the test. And of course, there's one question. Now, I'm not going to go through these and do the math. One, we're going to run out of time. And two, some of y'all, can do this math. I mean, it's not very difficult. Some of these are Algebra 1 problems. But I'll go ahead and get this one started. So 6 times x minus 7 is equal to 28 minus x. Use the distributive law. 6x minus 42 is equal to 28 minus 8 minus x. That's my smallest bucket. So it goes across the river, and I get 7x. Minus 42 goes across the river, becomes positive 42, and that's going to be 70. X is equal to 10. So your answer should be 10. Yay, I got it right. Now, of course, you don't have a check answer button. That's for the teacher, okay? I'm going through a review or preview of the test to let you see it and to see that the answer is 10, okay? You would just hit next question. Here's your submit button. You don't even look at that until you get finished. Next. What are the coordinates of the point of intersection of y is equal to 5x minus 5 and y is equal to 4 minus 4x? Point of intersection. So they want to know where these two cross. You could actually put them in your calculator and find out where they cross there. I believe that would be your quickest thing to do. And I got to go find my calculator again. Hold on. Oh, another thing, don't forget, if you click outside of your test, just like I did, it will stop your test and access from your homework. It will send me a message that says, student has traveled outside of the test. So please, don't what? When you call me or email me, don't lie. Because I already know that you went outside the test. Please don't do that. That's just annoying. All right, so here we go. (5x minus 5) negative 4x plus 4. And graph. And there's an intersection point right in here somewhere. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Still not there, but I'm trying to find my, that's good enough there. Okay, there's the intersection point right in here. So I'm going to go and I'm just going to hit second, trace, intersection. It's going to ask me this line and this line. Yes, yes, And then I'm just going to go, and I'm just going to put a area right in there. And there is my intersection, 1, 0. So the coordinates of the point of intersection are 1, 0. 1, 0. Next. How is quizzes, homework, and tests and exams weighed in Hubert's class? What's the only possible answer?
A.
Why? Why is it A?
It adds up to be 100.
Thank you. That's the number 2 most missed question. Bonus question. The equation 9/5 C blah, 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 blah. Use an inequality to represent the corresponding Celsius temperature that is or below 14 degrees. Now, what I would do here is, let's see. Okay, the equation F of it gives the relationship between temperature measured in degrees Celsius and the degrees Fahrenheit. Use an inequality to represent the corresponding temperatures that is at or below 14. I'm trying to figure out what they're wanting here, because it seems like to me that they're asking Celsius temperature that is or below 14 degrees. So it'd be Celsius is at or below. Is this so? I don't think this is right. You're going to have to solve for C. So F minus 32 is equal to 9/5 C. Divide by 9/5, multiply by 5/9. I just did that over to the side. 5/9. 5/9 multiplied by F minus 32. That should be it. No, it says 50% correct. Let me try that. Nope, I got the sign right, but I evidently, well, that's the Celsius formula. I don't know what they're wanting there. We're gonna have to go back there. I don't know exactly what they're wanting there. If you solve, let me do it again. If you solve, I'm trying to find my, there. F is equal to 9/5 C plus 32 minus 32 minus 32. F minus 32 is equal to 9/5 C. Divide by 9/5, divide by 9/5, and basically you multiply by the reciprocal, 5/9 F minus 32. Okay, I must be reading the question wrong, because it seems like to me Celsius temperature that is below or at, and then they got C right here. Maybe they distributed the 5/9 with the 32. I don't know. We'll have to come back to that one. Let me try that. 5/9 divided by 32. So 5/9 divided by 32. Let me go back and get my calculator. 5/9.
If it helps any, is question 9 on the homework? It'll probably give you the right answer, like if you want to see how to do
Well,
it.
I'm confused with what do they want? Can you look on there and see? Because hold on, let me finish doing what I'm doing. 5/9 times 32. See, 17.78, and that's not what they're wanting. 17.78. Let me see if they say anything about 5/9 F. I'm going to change it to 5/9 F minus 17.78. I know that's not what they want. Check answer. No. I'm not reading the question right. We'll go back. What'd you say that number was?
It was number 9 on the 2.4 homework.
Okay, number 9 on the 2.4 homework. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna have to get out of this. I don't know if it'll let me back in or not. 2.4 assignment manager or 2.4 homework. Oh gosh. I can't do anything right now. I'm so dadgum flustered. Homework 2.4 preview. You remember what number?
Oh, it's number 9.
Let me see what they're doing because they're solving. Oh, they're just setting it equal to. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I went around the world doing, all you gotta do is plug it in. Why don't y'all tell me just to plug it in? No, what they are solving it. They're getting rid of the multiplying by 5. Yeah, they are solving it. There it is. 5 9/5. That's going to cancel. 9C plus 160. $25. I bet you $1 if you typed in 25 degrees. Let me go back to the test. If I can go back, I don't know if I can go back or not. No, I cannot. So let me go back, and we almost finished with class anyway, but let me go back to the test. Now I'm not going to be able to. Hold on. Let me go back here. Here's the question. And if you type in 13 degrees right here, I just wonder, they said 13 degrees, that would be 5/9 times 13 minus 32. 5/9. Let me take my calculator. Clear. 5 divided by 9 equals times parentheses. Oh, heck, you can't use parentheses on the keyboard. Times parentheses 13 minus 32. I just wonder, it'd be a negative 11 degrees Celsius. I just wonder, what they did is they just plugged it in and they converted while they were doing the problem. So they said 13 is less than or equal to 9/5 C plus 32. And then they started to solve it by subtracting and then multiplying by 5/9, in which that's what I did with the equation. So I don't know what I did wrong. So 9/5 C, so I'm going to multiply that by 5/9. 13 minus 32, 13 minus 32 is negative 19 is equal to 9/5 C. Multiply by 5/9. So negative 19 times parentheses 5 divided by 9. That's the answer. I just did it different. I solved the equation and then plugged in the number. They plugged in the number and then solved the equation. Okay, let me go back to the test if I can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the exact one we were doing, but probably not going to pull it up. So we'll just skip the ones that does anybody know what number I was on? Yeah.
You were on number 4.
Yeah, this one's already a different test. So we'll just keep going until the time runs out. We're at 7 minutes before y'all start convulsing. So hopefully we can get a few more in. All right, this one says, this one says 4x plus 3 less than negative 2x over 5 plus 6. Well, I'm not doing anything with this one until I get rid of the what? So I get rid of the fraction, Hubert.
Fraction.
That's right. So I'm going to multiply through by 5. That's the first thing I'm going to do is multiply through by 5. And that's going to give me 20x plus 15 less than, not less than or equal to, but less than negative 2x plus 30. And I'm going to bring my small bucket over here, and that's going to be a 2x. Move that across the river, minus 15. 22x is less than 30 minus 15 is 15. X is less than 15 over 22. So I'm going to graph it because I don't know what that means. Negative infinity, positive infinity, 0. 15 over 22, well, 15 over 20 would be what? 3/4. So we're going to put a 1 right there and a negative 1 right here. 3/4, 15 over 20 would be somewhere in here. What numbers are less than 15 over 22? What numbers are less? Less, LE, left, LE. So if I was to write that in interval notation would be negative infinity to 15 over 22. Set builder notation, all I got to do is put a X such that in front of it. And I don't know what else they're going to ask. So let's see. Well, you know this one's wrong because that's going to the right. You know this one's wrong, it's going to the right. You know this one's wrong because it's got a bracket. You got this one's wrong because it's got a bracket. So it's between Alpha and Fox. Okay, Alpha and Foxtrot. So what is it? Well, let's see. This is 0 to 1. This is 0 to 1. Well, there's something different between them. This one looks like 3/4. That one looks like a half. I'm going to go with F. Oh, the solution to the quantity is X. I guess they want X. I don't know. Less than 15 over 22. And then brackets are, let's see, parentheses, negative infinity, comma, 15 over 22, and close parentheses. And that should all be right. So these are the top questions I like to ask. I like to ask stuff that is pretty straightforward. Solve the system by substitution. Okay, let's do that one. We only got 2 minutes left. How many numbers did I go over the test? You told me. How many?
You got to number 4.
Okay, 4, and this is number 2. So we've done 6 questions. So out of 33. So I owe y'all about another day. So Tuesday, if you want to wait that long, Tuesday we'll go over another. You can be working on all your homework between now and Tuesday, and we'll go over the rest of the test Tuesday. Okay, so we got X is equal to 5y plus 9, and 4 times parentheses plus 7y is equal to negative 45. Distribute 20y plus 36 plus 7y is equal to negative 45. 27y is equal to negative 81. Y is equal to 3. And take that 3 back, substitute it. X is equal to 5 times negative 3 plus 9. And that's negative 15 plus 9 is equal to negative 6. So if I did everything right, negative 6 comma negative 3. So negative 6 and negative 3. And that's a quitting point. All right, so let me go get the roll right quick. I can't remember if I took the roll the other day with y'all. I didn't in the first class because the computer was messed up. I did. So all we got to do is check on Jones, Mr. Jones. I don't see Mr. Jones. Check on Sanchez. She called me. So I'm going to give her a present today. Is she here today? No. Her computer's busted. So she's getting another computer. Stop recording. There we go.